In this video, we are going to review slope and rate of change. Slope and rate of change are almost interchangeable. Slope is measuring the steepness of a line, and it will use the formula slope. They use m for slope for some reason. Slope equals the change in the y value over the change in the x value. This formula is shortened by being written as slope is equal to delta y over delta x. This triangle-looking shape is the Greek letter delta. Just like pi is a Greek letter, delta is a Greek letter. So slope is equal to delta y over delta x. When you see this, you have to be able to read it the way I just read it. But you also have to be able to read delta as change in. So slope is equal to the change in the y value over the change in the x value. It is important that you know that. Rate of change is pretty much the same thing, except it is a change in one quantity with respect to another quantity. The word quantity for us really just means that there will be labels on the numbers. So let's do our first example. How you find your slope really will depend on the information you're given. And for us, for these lessons, we are going to be given two ordered pair. Find the rate of change of the line that passes through points 5, 11 and 3, 3. Now, there are many times they'll ask you to find the rate of change, but what you're actually finding is slope because they didn't give me any labels. To do this, the first thing I suggest you do is write down the points that you have. Write down your x, y, which would be 5, 11, and write down your x, y, which would be 3, 3. Then I'm going to write the formula that I had above. Slope is equal to the change in the y value over the change in the x value. When I go to plug in the change in the y value, I'm going to look at my y values, that is the second point in the ordered pair, and I'm going to subtract. I have the freedom to do 11 minus 3 or 3 minus 11. It does not matter when choosing how to subtract your y values. I'm going to do 11 minus 3 because 11 minus 3 gives me a nice round number. Now, to do my change in x value, I do not have freedom. Since I chose to go from the left to the right, 11 minus 3, when I do my change in x values, that is the first number in the ordered pair, I must subtract in the same order. So I must do 5 minus 3. Plugging in should be the hardest part of these problems, because once you have plugged in, all you do is simplify. For the numerator, I just do 11 minus 3 is 8. For the denominator, I just do 5 minus 3 is 2. Now, if this is a fraction that can reduce to an integer, 8 divided by 2 is 4, then I write my answer as an integer. The slope, or rate of change, is 4. If I have an improper fraction, I would leave it as an improper fraction. Slope, when there are no labels, is never written as a mixed number. If there were labels and we were talking about actual measurements, that's different. That would be a mixed number. Thank you.